So this one's for you if you've ever found yourself, staring at a laptop screen at 1:17 in the morning.
Oh, we've all been there.
Right. And your latest project feels like some kind of half-baked science experiment. Today we're looking at a system called the GPT Cashflow Kit.
And our mission here is really to cut through the marketing hype. We're asking, is this a real shortcut for someone who's feeling overwhelmed, or is it just another shiny object?
Okay, so let's get into the core of how this thing actually works. It uses, 15 different GPTs?
Yeah, 15 single action GPTs.
Uh-huh.
And that phrase is really the key. Each one does one and only one tiny job. One writes a headline, one does bullet points, and so on.
And that's where the relief comes in for a beginner, I imagine. It just destroys that paralyzing feeling of, where on earth do I even start?
It absolutely does. It turns that big, scary project into a series of small, clear, unskippable steps.
But wait a second. Wouldn't having 15 separate tools feel, even more complicated than just using one big chat GPT window?
You would think so, right? But what's so fascinating is that the source we looked at says, no, not at all. It was actually the opposite.
How so?
It was like organizing a messy closet, but with dedicated compartments. You're never worried about the whole wardrobe, just the one drawer you're focused on right now. It just removes the cognitive load.
And the result of that?
The user apparently made more progress in one weekend than they had in the entire previous month.
Wow. Okay, so the real value here isn't even the AI content itself. It's the removal of decision fatigue.
That's it. That's the first big win. Clarity. You only see the one small step you're on.
Which leads right into the second appeal, speed. You get to skip that horrible blank page dread and get a working draft faster than, as the source put it, I can microwave leftovers.
Sure, but once you have that draft, that fast draft, how much of it is actually yours?
Excellent question. And that's where the third big appeal comes in, the access. Specifically something called PLR rights.
Private label rights. This is huge.
It is. It means you have the legal right to rebrand it, to customize it, even to sell the content the system gives you.
It completely transforms the feeling from, I just copied this to I actually own this asset. And that sense of ownership is a massive motivator.
Okay, this all sounds incredibly powerful, but let's pump the brakes. It's time for the reality check.
Because it's not magic.
It is definitely not magic. You still have to do the work.
Absolutely. And the biggest drawback the source mentioned is that the initial outputs can feel, well, a bit generic at first glance.
What was the analogy they used?
They compared it to unsalted popcorn. It's there, it's a good base, but if you don't add your own flavor, it's just going to taste plain.
So injecting your own voice is essential. You have to add your stories, your quirks, your mistakes.
Exactly. That's the human element. The AI can't generate your lived experience.
And what about that big marketing claim? The launch in 48 hours thing?
Yeah, about that. The reviewer was pretty clear. That's only possible if you are willing to ignore your family for 2 days.
So for, normal humans, we should set our expectations a little more realistically.
A lot more realistically.
So if we boil all this down, what's the final verdict for you, the listener? This kit is probably best described as a guiding rail.
Right. It's not an automatic money machine. It's not push-button wealth. Its real strength is creating momentum. It pulls you forward step by step.
It gets the car built. It handles the hard part, which is the structure, and just moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
So the final thought we want to leave you with is this. If a tool can handle that heavy lifting, what small act of your own grit and imagination could you add to your project today?
What's the thing that moves it from just acceptable to genuinely exciting?
That's the work only you can do. We'll see you on the next deep dive.